Blog Talk Radio.
Always look up, never give up, and you will reach your goals. You're important, you're more than enough. And here she is, your host for Rolling with the Diva, Sabrina Williams. Thank you.
Happy New Year, everybody, and it's a new season for Rolling with the Diva. We're in season 4, and we have been on the air since October of 2015. Anyway, I hope you guys had a happy New Year, and you guys are not making resolutions. You're making a vision board, and we'll talk about that later this month. Alrighty, today we were supposed to have Captain Jack, but he actually, poor guy, he broke a tooth. So we are going to have him on. We moved the interview for him to the 27th, but I still wanted to play a song because I thought it was really awesome that he called in. And then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about do not take last-minute changes personal. We'll be right back.
I've been beat down in life so much. I thought I would never fall in love. You can go a lifetime without love. And as soon as you find someone, here comes someone else. I'm in love. I'm in love now. I'm in love with the woman other women talk about. I don't care what they say. I'm in love with the woman other women talk about. They always degraded her. They always have bad things to say. But I love my woman anyway. She treat me like a king, and I treat her like a queen. I don't care how people talk. Captain Jack knows what he got. I'm in love with the woman other women talk about. They try to degrade her and put her down. I'm in love with the woman other women talk about. The more they scandalize her name, make me love her even more. She's so special to me. I believe God sent her from heaven above. I'm gonna love her. I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life loving her to be my wife. I'm in love with the woman other women talk about. They never have nothing good to say. I'm in love with the woman other women talk about. See, I know she'll be faithful to me. I'm in love with the woman other women talk about. They won't leave her alone.
This is Carl Marshall. Now, fellas, if every man would listen to the words of Captain Jack, we could encourage our women today with love.
All right, we're back with Rolling with the Diva. This is Sabrina Williams. I'm your host. And today it's going to be a little shorter. As I said, that song was by Captain Jack. He broke his tooth, and he's on the way to an emergency room, and hopefully he won't need surgery. He broke his molar, and that can hurt. I know when you break a tooth, it's like, oh, my God, your head's on fire. Okay, so today I want to say thank you to God for letting us start another season. Thank you to God for all my listeners and the people that listen to the show. I just want to encourage you guys to remember that you're more than enough. You are amazing, and you can do great things. So today's title, I changed it because Captain Jack is going to come on the 27th of January. Do not take last-minute changes personally. I used to when I first started radio a long time ago. I feel like it's been years, but it's only been, I think, 3 years, is that when people canceled at the last minute, even if they gave me a notice like maybe a day before or even an hour before, 2 hours, I'd just take it personally. I thought it was a personal assault against my personality. But then I've come to realize with God's help, it's not. Things happen in life. People are people, and you cannot control everything. And I know that's hard. So how do you handle last-minute changes? Some people, they just automatically just freak out and get all stressed, they cuss. Can anybody relate to that? Well, some people can. I used to sort of kind of be like that. Then you just then you become middle of the ground. You're like, hey, you know what? It's just life. And then you're just like at a point where things happen. You just love people for who they are, and you don't really worry about it. Now I found this information interesting that when your brain can't handle small change in plans, and this came from themighty.com, TheMighty.com. It was a great day until the dinner plans changed. It was actually the best day I had in a while after off and on week of darkness, and I remember feeling proud of myself for purposely spending time with my boyfriend without dissolving into a million pieces. That was until the dinner plans changed. I thought we were going out for dinner when I got out of the shower. He was cooking dinner for both of us. A miscommunication, not a big deal. This may not be good. Let's continue reading. But this flipped the switch in me. Thoughts first appearing one at a time. Suddenly multiplied and crescendoed into an indistinguishable buzz. I stepped backwards into a deflating body, and whatever was sucking the air out of me was taking my breath with it. Not a specific worry, but multiple worries had broken through the confinedness of linguistics, transferring into physical blows. Anybody relate to that? I'm embarrassed to tell you the rest. Let's see what she has to say, ladies and gentlemen. You are on the air with Rolling with Diva. This is Sabrina Williams, and I'm your host. And we just want to thank everybody for taking the time to listen. And just remember, 211 in any state in the United States, you can call for, if you are in a domestic violence situation, that can be for men and women. If you need shelter for you and your children, there are more shelters for men and women. Also, you may need referrals for counseling, substance abuse, as we talked about the other day, behavioral addictions, because there's not just substance abuse and alcohol, there's many more different forms of addiction. You can listen to an episode that we played, I think it was last Friday or Thursday. But anyway, just remember that. And also, they can give you referrals where there's food banks, because you know what? We all struggle at times where we need a little help. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not be okay and to have things happen and be, things happen in life. That's what we're talking about, last-minute changes and not taking things personal. So we're going to continue after this commercial.
Hey, this is Sylvie, host of the Queen Sylvie Show on the Fishbowl Radio Network. Check out the show every Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can hear me keep it real about everything while making a difference promoting comedy and other artistic talents from the Dallas-Fort Worth area and around the world. Don't miss the Queen Sylvie Show. Ahala.
On FishbowlRadioNetwork.com. Jump in.
All right, we're back with Rolling with the Diva. Okay, so we were talking about an article, When Your Brain Can't Handle a Small Change in Plans, and it's from themighty.com. It's actually original by Sarah Schuster, and it was on anxiety. And you can follow her on Instagram or Twitter. Her name is Sarah Schuster. And this is her article. This is not mine, so I'm giving her the full credit. If you have any questions, you can contact Sarah Schuster, and it's SarahSchuster. And this article was originally dated January 20th, 2017. We just want to always keep it real and keep it honest, that it's not, that sometimes I share information that is not mine. I'm going to give credit to the person, because that's the right thing to do. Okay, let's continue with the story. We had left off where she was telling us about what was happening to her body and what she was coming to. And then she said, I'm embarrassed to tell you the rest. Let's read on. I'm embarrassed to tell you the rest because when it happens, it doesn't feel like me. In my everyday life, I appear relatively easygoing. I hate drama and shrivel at any sign of conflict. I don't consider myself a picky eater. I could hold it together in many situations that would be considered stressful. But on this day, this is what broke me. This is sometimes how anxiety works. So before we continue, we're going to be doing a lot of shows, just so you guys know, on anxiety in adults, anxiety in children, depression, common childhood mental health disorders, and we will be talking about anxiety. Anxiety can make you feel like you are sometimes having a heart attack. Your throat is in your head. You're all constricted up, and you just can't make it. So let's continue the story. I had planned on something happening, and now it wasn't happening the way I thought it would. It was small and it didn't matter, but it was enough. So after their dinner plans changed, the following string of embarrassing events occurred. My boyfriend and I got into a puny fight, me calling him out for saying we didn't have time to make dinner, him clarifying he meant we didn't have time to go shopping since I infamously cannot complete a shopping trip in less than 30 minutes. My denying this, even though it is 100% true. Me crying, announcing I couldn't go out with my friends anymore. Me collapsing in his bed, unable to find a position that felt right. Thoughts racing fast, chest tight, him holding me. Wow. Can anybody relate to that? But what's always worse than the reaction is the corresponding pile of shame. Shame because my boyfriend was once again going to have to explain to my friends why I was not out. Shame because my boyfriend was comforting me through another mini pointless breakdown. Shame because I knew this wasn't even an issue because I'm lucky to have dinner and someone to make it for me. Is this the shame that held the most weight as I curled up in my boyfriend's bed trying to find my breath? If this sounds dramatic, it is because the drama doesn't make it feel less real. I'm not sure why change is a trigger for me. This doesn't happen around everyone or even all the time. It's when I'm in a safe place, when I'm with someone who loves me unconditionally. It's like my brain can be its true self, inflexible, and always in search of certainty. After bending and trying so hard to fit into my everyday life and succeeding in it, my brain is tired and it waits for any reason, a shift in the wind, to release the tension that's been building up from passing in this uncertain, overwhelming world. When I was crying that day, it really wasn't about dinner. You guys can know that never really is. It was how stressful it came to be for me to pick out meals because I wanted to be certain I'm choosing the right thing. It was about always needing to know the plan before I'm constantly anxious about the anticipation of everything. It was because I had gotten some upsetting news from home that day, and although I handled the phone call surprisingly well, in reality it was tucked away, waiting to be provoked. I did end up getting myself together and going out that night with the help of my incredible boyfriend who knows how to support me without patronizing me. Because in those moments, I don't need to be told I shouldn't be reacting this way or that it doesn't make sense to react this way. I know that. I know it so much. My rational mind starts beating myself up, even the moment the anxiety starts. What I need to be told is that okay, that this reaction doesn't define who I am. Remember, you guys always say, I'm rolling with a diva. It's okay it's okay to not be okay, and things happen. Love and accept yourself as you are. Subtly makes a drama queen or relate how well I was doing during a structureless day that would usually be hard for me. Although a reaction, like having an anxiety attack when things change, seems dramatic and seems irrational, doesn't make you dramatic and irrational. I think if we accept this and release ourselves from the weight of shame, it might become a little easier to find our breath in those moments of panic. Because in our ever-changing world, if one thing is consistent, it's that things will pass and that it will be okay. Again, reminding you guys it's okay to not be okay. This was written by, again, Shara Suster. She's the mental health editor at The Mighty. She thinks every day should be a mental health day. Follow her on Twitter at Sarah, AHELIZ, tweets, and that would be great. And tell her you heard her story on the Diva. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so let's talk about how do we deal with little changes in our life. And let me remind you guys, like today, and some of the guests, most of the guests that have called in, and there's only been about like maybe 5 total in 3 years, which is a very minute amount. Those guests have called in, and they have, like I said, let me know 30 minutes before, an hour before, and some of those were real emergencies. A couple of them were just they forgot. Okay, that sort of kind of would make me upset. But, I still was adjusting the change, and I had to learn to not take it personally. Because you know what? I have learned that when you accept people as they are, things go better for you. But let's go now forward with, okay, so we read the article, Why Your Brain Can't Handle Change by Shara Suster. And but how do you cope with last-minute changes as an adult and not seem to, like you're feeling shame or you feel like you're throwing a tantrum? Okay, so let's figure that out. One, I'd say breathe. Breathing is the ultimate thing because sometimes we'll be holding our breath and then our body will react to that. Breathe. Just take in a deep breath through your nose that comes from your stomach and let it out. And do that 2 or 3 times slowly. The next thing is, okay, ask yourself, are you okay? How are you feeling? If you're not okay with it, then you're not. You tell yourself, okay, I'm not okay, because maybe that's a person or a friend that always cancels on you. Or maybe that's a work coworker that you were looking forward to doing something with and you bought the ticket. Now you don't have anybody to go with and you have to absorb the cost, or you just don't want to maybe sit by yourself. Or maybe it's a family member that went out with another family member and they forgot they were doing something with you. There could be all kinds of things. Even it could be a critical situation. Somebody got in an accident, but you still thinking it's just you taking it personally. Deal with what's going on in your mind. You can write it down. You can put it in your notepad, but figure it out. If you're still upset, you need to keep breathing and listen to music, because a lot of times music can help you calm down. And then you need to really, really, if you have somebody you can trust, get on the phone with them and talk to them about it. We'll talk about how to cope, have coping strategies with last-minute changes and not taking it personally. We're going to listen to Lady Princess, Take Me There. We'll be right back in 5 minutes and 36 seconds.
All you want from me. I'm trying, Lord, I'm trying to be more like you. I'm trying to be more like you. This road I'm on now, it might be rough, but when I'm with you, Lord, nothing's too tough. I'm gonna get there. I'm trying to get there. Lord, I'm asking you to take me my heart, my soul, it's yours for keep. My heart, my soul, it's yours for keep. My heart, my soul, it's yours. My heart, my
All right, we're back with Rolling with the Diva. Take me there. All right. So we were talking about the story and talking about anxiety and things happening at the last minute. And I thought I would do this show for you guys because I have really learned to deal with last minute changes with the radio, with my personal and professional life, and learn to not take it personally. Because when you take it personally, you impact your own mental health and your mind and body and spirit. So, you know what? I am reminded of the Bible verse as I'm going across the internet now and looking for things to overcome disappointment. And I came across my favorite Bible verse in the world, which is, does everybody remember? That's right, Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you to prosper and not harm you and give you a hope in the future. That's my paraphrase version of it. So anyway, just so you guys know. So the first thing is how to overcome disappointment. Well, I always tell everybody, and everybody can choose to believe what they want, and whether it's in God, a higher power. I would tell you to believe in yourself, but I don't believe believing in yourself is going to help you at all. But you know what? Each of us has to do with what they got to do. So you need to have, I think you should have a higher power or God, because when we start to depend on ourselves, things come crashing down. But when we can depend on God, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit who created us, it makes life more bearable. Because God is there to take over all of our stress, all our anxiety, and help us be okay. Yes, even in little situations, and even in big situations, from death to divorce to a child dying to somebody committing suicide, or just that you weren't invited to a wedding or something. So my thoughts are nothing like your thoughts, says the Lord, and my ways are far beyond anything you could imagine. For just as the heavens are higher than the earth, so my ways are higher, and your ways and my thoughts are thoughts higher than your thoughts. Isaiah 55:8-9. And as I said, for I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for the disaster, to give you a future and hope. Jeremiah 29:11. So the first thing is, like I said, you have to have a plan with God, and God has to be part of your life, where you have to have a higher power. And I know some people listen to this saying, oh, no, I don't. But I've talked to so many people lately that they've come to the conclusion that having God or a higher power is what they need. We were built to be dependent on God, not the other way around. Grieve. Even if it's just grieving like, oh, my gosh, I really want to go to that event. Or it's grieving, oh, my God, I've lost my best friend. They died suddenly, and I'm not going to see him again. Grieve. Things that have not gone the way you wanted, your hopes and expectations. You need to spend time quietly. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be upset. Yes, it's okay to be angry. It's not okay to take your emotions out on people. God's to help you, guide you, show him what he wants, help you to get through these stressful times. And we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose, for that Romans 8:28. Listen and wait. Sometimes the best thing I do before I even go run to anybody else with my problems or situations that I'm overwhelmed with or I'm upset about or feel like I've been slighted, I take a moment and I get quiet. I don't always write in my journal, but when I do, it helps. So getting quiet, okay? So I'm just quiet. Pray, put some headphones on, listen to God, write, anything. But first, just be with you and your higher power and pray about it. But when you pray, go away by yourself and shut the door behind you and pray in your Father in private, and your Father sees everything will reward you, Matthew 6:6. Then, from there, we're on the air with Rolling with the Diva, and we're going to continue these 5 points from feelslikehomblog.com. It's a great thing on how to tell you how to deal with disappointment, and I just really like their concept on it, and a biblical concept. Just believe in yourself. You too are part of God's plan. He is preparing you to do his work right now, even in the times of disappointment. Sometimes disappointment allows us to sit back, evaluate, and it allows us to spend quiet time thinking, evaluating, and that's why we're going to talk about vision boards later on this month. No matter what burdens come, know that he will help you stand underneath it. Carry you up the hill and triumph over it. So just so you guys know that. We're going to play one more song, and then we're going to come back, and we'll finish up the show. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. You're on the air with Rolling with the Diva, and we are going to do Just Listen.
I hear music and everything. All you have to do is listen in. Joyful sounds are everywhere. All you have to do is close your eyes and listen in. Nature's beat, just listening to the sound so sweet. Just listening, I hear music in the air. Sweet melodies are in the air. Listening to nature's sound, I hear the joyful sounds around. Just listening to the sound so sweet. Listening to nature's beat. Listening. The birds they sing, tweedledee, tweedledee, tweedledee. The wind it blows, whistling la-da-dee, la-da-dee. And when the sun don't shine, the rain
like that song. It just makes me so calm. And speaking of calm, we're on the air talking about learning to adjust when things don't necessarily go your way. Because people, at the end of the day, people will let you down. Things will not always go your way, but you can't just lose your mind, freak out, and not cope. Yes, anxiety will impact us, and it's a true thing that happens, anxiety, panic disorders, but sometimes we can learn to create moments in time where we can learn to be calm, because you are very important. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to be stressed, but you got to not take things personally. So we're going to finish up with, what was it? How to cope. 6 coping strategies for last-minute changes. And then we will be ending the show, and hopefully you guys will tune in tomorrow. Not hopefully. I know you guys will tune in tomorrow. All right. So how do we cope with last-minute changes? There are many reasons why things change. It could be a change of mind. It could be a change of heart, a conversation suggested away, budget problems, anything. In your life, it could be somebody that is dying, that somebody died, somebody had an emergency, things. So set expectations for yourself, how you're going to learn to respond when situations are not going your way, or you feel overwhelmed and want to panic, or your anxiety gets you. Because when you do that, you're in control. It's okay not to be okay, but you want to be able to handle stress, because as we're going to talk about tomorrow, through meditation and less stress in your heart can get impacted, and that sometimes those anxiety attacks and other things can lead to your body breaking down, could cause heart attacks, could cause strokes. Don't agree to anything when you're upset. Don't give in to I'm not okay. Don't give in to this is my fault. This is something I did, and don't feel obligated to feel like if somebody canceled at the last minute that you and they did it on purpose and they're always doing it, don't feel that you cannot say something. Don't feel obligated not to say something. Speak up for yourself and let them know that you're not going to tolerate this anymore in a nice way. Know when it's time to just be silent and let some things go. And the last minute is just learn first when stress gets to you like that. Spend a moment breathing deep, listening to music, spending a little time alone, praying with God, and evaluating the situation. And remember, you're more than enough. Things happen. You are loved. You're wanted. All right. Thank you guys for listening to Rolling with a Diva. It's Sunday, January 6, 2019, and we're going to have lots of good shows this month. Captain Jack will be on at the end of the month. We're going to talk about things that help us get better and not making decisions or choices that we cannot keep, okay? You guys have a great week. We're going to go out with a lovely, lovely, lovely song. You are loved, you're wanted, and I just hope that you guys know I value you so much for listening to my show, tuning in, and this is Nettie with You Are.